As you're dealing with electrical current, hot metal and intense light, welding can be hazardous if not performed correctly. Please ensure that you familiarize yourself with the proper safety and usage requirements before use. Congratulations on the purchase of your Repco Industrial 350 amp inverter MIG MMA remote wire feed welder. The Repco RPW350MIG is engineered with the latest IGBT inverter technology to give a smooth and powerful welding output and a very high duty cycle. Heavy-duty 4-roller geared wire feeder provides a smooth and consistent wire feed, and crater fill and inductance control functions give complete control for MIG welding applications. The machine is capable of MIG welding with straight or reverse polarity connection, includes spool gun connection, MMA arc welding, and carbon arc air gouging. Your Repco RPW350MIG multi-process inverter welder combines power and functionality for an excellent choice in heavy-duty engineering applications. We'd like to take a few moments to guide you through the assembly and setup of your new machine. For detailed instructions of the process, please refer to your machine's manual. Your Repco Industrial Welder gives you 3 welding processes in one power source. MIG, flux core for mild steel without gas and in windy environments. Gas shielded solid wire. Gas shielded spool gun. DC TIG for stainless and thin mild steel. MMA arc for those heavy welds. Arc air gouging. Included with your machine are the following items: RPW350MIG power source, MB36 MIG torch, work lead and clamp, MMA lead and electrode holder, separate wire feed unit 4-roller design, wire feed interconnect leads, argon gas regulator with CO2 adapter, V-groove wire drive roller set, knurled groove wire drive roller set, instruction manual, quick reference guide, instruction DVD. Please check that all these accessories are in the box and that there's been no freight damage to the machine or accessories. Let's set up the welder for MIG welding. For the purpose of this DVD, we've selected the gas shield wire. Your Repco Professional Welder's power source comes already assembled on the welding trolley, complete with storage compartment for your accessories. Locate your separate wire feed unit into position and connect the interconnection leads to the wire feed unit. Connect the other end of the wire feed remote cable to the power source. Depending on the type of MIG wire you're utilizing, connect the wire feed power lead to the welding output terminal. Positive socket for gas shield solid wire. Negative socket for self-shielded gasless wire. Connect the wire feed gas hose to your regulator and secure firmly on your refillable bottle. Before installing the wire into the spool holder, make sure the rollers match the wire type and diameter. Install the wire into the spool holder and feed through the drive rollers. Lock the wire feed tensioner arms into place. Ideal tension is as little as possible while maintaining a consistent wire feed with no drive roller slippage. Install the MIG torch, removing the shroud and MIG tip. select MIG on the Welding Output Mode switch. Select Off on the Spool Gun Enable switch. Select 2T or 4T depending on your welding preference. In 2T mode, the trigger is pulled and held on to activate the welding circuit. When the trigger is released, the welding circuit stops. 4T is known as latching mode. The trigger is pulled once and released to activate the welding circuit. Pulled and released again to stop the welding circuit. This function is useful for longer welds as the trigger is not required to be held on continuously. Crater fill function. Enabled in MIG 4T trigger mode, this feature allows output voltage and wire speed values to be set independent of the normal welding values. As the name implies, this creates a smooth finish to a weld, especially when welding thicker material at higher amperage, where the instant stop of the welding current would normally create a crater in the weld bead. The crater fill settings are normally set lower than the main wire feed and voltage settings. The RPW350MIG is designed to run on a standard 32 amp 415 volt 3-phase AC power supply. If an extension cord must be used, it should be a heavy-duty industrial 415 volt 32 amp version. Plug in the power source and turn on. To run the wire up the torch, depress the wire feed inching button. This will run the feeder at full speed without gas. Reinstall your MIG tip and shroud. Select the desired voltage. Select the desired wire speed. Your RPW350MIG has an auto soft start wire feed function. This means that until the arc is started, using the torch trigger, the wire feed will only run at a slow speed, regardless of where the wire feed speed control adjustment knob is set. The wire feed speed will ramp up to the selected speed on the knob once the arc is started. This gives a much smoother start to the weld, with the wire not starting full speed into the cold weld pool. Gas flow test switch is used to open the gas control valve without triggering the welding output or wire feed. The inductance dial adjusts the rate at which the wire is heated up during each short circuit. Higher inductance will make the weld pool more fluid, resulting in a smoother and flatter weld bead. Too much inductance will make the wire stumble on ignition. Gas flow test switch is used to open the gas control valve without triggering the welding output or wire feed. This feature is useful when setting gas flow rates, adjusting the gas regulator, and purging the gas line. The LCD current display meter in MIG mode will display two figures. Before welding, the meter displays the wire feed speed in a percentage value of 1 to 100. For instance, 50 would indicate half maximum wire feeding speed. During welding, the meter displays the indicative welding output current in amps. The LCD voltage display meter in MIG mode will display the preset welding voltage before welding begins. The meter displays the actual welding voltage during welding. The digital meters are accurate and very sensitive. It's normal to observe some fluctuations when the machine is idle. The MMA current adjustment knob is not used during MIG mode. You're now ready to weld. A quick word on safety. The minimum requirement for welding is leather safety gloves and full-face welding helmets. Other options for full protection are leather welding jackets, leather welding aprons, and full-face automatic welding helmets. The automatic welding helmets make things very easy by changing to the correct protection instantly when the weld starts. These optional accessories are available from your nearest Repco store. You've now started your journey. Make sure you check out your local Repco branch for welding consumables and accessories to help you with your projects. Thanks for your attention and all the best for your welding projects. Your Repco RPW350MIG is capable of welding with the optional spool gun and is suitable for welding stainless steel, aluminium, silicon bronze. You can also weld up to 6 meters away from the power source. Remove your existing wire and Euroconnect MIG torch. You can still leave your wire attached to the drive roller to save you time when changing back to standard push torch. This is a good time to check your welding mode setting. Select MIG on the welding output mode switch. Turn on the spool gun enable switch. This will stop the power source's wire feeder and activate the spool gun controls. Load the wire into the spool gun, ensuring the correct drive roller is in position. Install the spool gun's Euroconnector into the Euroconnector socket and spool gun plug into the spool gun socket. Connect the earth lead to the negative welding output terminal. Connect the wire feed power lead to the positive welding output terminal. Connect the wire feed gas hose to your regulator and secure firmly on your refillable bottle. And set gas flow to the required rate. Plug in the power source and turn on. Select the desired voltage. Select the desired wire speed. If you're welding aluminium, increase your wire speed to make sure the wire does not burn back to the tip. For more information on welding aluminium, please refer to your manual. Let's set up the welder for MMA arc welding. Your RPW350MIG has VRD protection when in MMA mode. VRD stands for Voltage Reduction Device. This is a safety system to reduce the risk of electric shock from the live output voltage. Connect the TEX plug to the electrode holder lead of the positive terminal on the power source. This is the most common option for the electrode holder in arc welding of general purpose rods. Refer to your manual or electrode packet for other options. Insert the bare end of the electrode into the electrode holder. Insert the TEX plug of the earth lead to the negative terminal of the power source. Select MMA on the Process Selection button. When the power switch on the machine is activated, the cooling fan will start and the digital display will light up. It's important to remember that once the power is on, there is power to the electrode holder. Only turn your machine on when you're ready to weld. The MMA current adjustment control is used to select the correct amperage for your chosen electrode. Inductance adjustment will have negligible effect with MMA welding processes. The LCD current display meter will display the preset welding current in amps before welding starts and display the actual welding output current during welding. The LCD voltage display meter will display the output voltage at the welding terminals before and during welding. The digital meters are accurate and very sensitive. It's normal to observe some fluctuations when the machine is idle. You are now ready to weld. Your Repco Industrial RPW350MIG is capable of DC TIG welding and arc air gouging. Please refer to your manual for instructions on this process.